guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. So today what we got is we're gonna be building a pipe anvil, and I actually just got off the phone with Matt Stewart in Arizona, and he just did it. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, go check him out, Matt Stewart on YouTube. He just got done building a pipe anvil, and I'll try to put a link down below if I remember for his channel. And then Fritzy's Fabrication also did a pipe anvil, but this idea came from, this was actually a Gene Winfield idea. Gene Winfield came up with this years ago, and you know, I've seen it all over the internet. If you punch in pipe anvil, you'll see where it's at. But it's for forming and shaping sheet metal and getting like double radiuses, and you know, you can use it for all kinds of different stuff. You can make transmission tunnels if you scribe out your lines on a piece of metal, you know, where they start wide and then go down to small. You know, when you get a bend, you'll get a nice transmission tunnel, whatever. And I actually wanted to use this on the car the other day, and I didn't have the time. I got a little bit frustrated with some stuff, and it was like, well, I'll do it when I can do it. So this morning, it's Sunday morning, and that's what I'm doing today. So I got, I'll go ahead and turn the camera off, flip it around, and show you what I got. So I got all my pieces of iron, pipe, whatever. There was some galvanized out there, but I didn't really feel like using that because the last time I used some galvanized and stuff, it just, I wasn't feeling too good afterwards. I think it just, like Matt Stewart was saying on his video the other day, you know, when you weld up galvanized and whatever, you can get real sick from it. But the shortest piece that I have here is 50 and a half long. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is end up making this pipe anvil 50 and a half inches long. And this is 2-inch pipe. This will be on the bottom. And I got 2.5 inch pipe. And then, wait, did I do that right? No. So this is gonna be part of the legs. So this is 3.5 outside diameter. And this one is 5.5 inch diameter. And you know, when you build one of these, you can build it with the small pipe, medium pipe, big pipe, or you can do it, you know, in whatever sizes that you want, the sizes that you're gonna use. And I figured with the small pipe, the medium pipe, and the large pipe, that'll be the one, you know, that'll be the best use for me in our shop. There is a spot right here that I gotta grind down real quick, and this has some nasty stuff and paint and probably lead or who knows. So I'm gonna go ahead and grind this down. I'm gonna put my mask and stuff on to do that. I'll get this stuff ground down. And then the next thing I'll do is I'll get this pipe here and this pipe here cut down to this length here. And I'll go ahead and that'll be the length of my pipe anvil. So I'll probably turn the camera on when I do that. But these will be my uprights for the legs. And then I'm not sure if this piece here is big enough. I don't know if it's long enough, because I'd like to cut it like right here and use half there and half there, so that the pipe comes out of it, you know. So this will be the leg. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to do some nice gussets and stuff on here. So we'll see what happens. All right, well, I'm getting ready to cut this. I'm gonna just lop this off right here somewhere. I'll come in about a 1 inch, cut it off, and then cut it at 50. That other small one was at 50 3/8. After I measured, I was looking at it. So I'll cut this at 50 3/8 using the Evolution saw. Thing just smokes through this big stuff like butter. So the other day, somebody was, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was that I was talking to. They were like, oh, you know, you keep giving me ideas with the 1, 2, 3 blocks. And that's what these are right here. And these are super handy. Something you guys need to get if you have a fabrication shop or whatever. I mean, they're just awesome. So this is 2.5 inch right here. And then I had these square blocks. These are not 1, 2, 3 blocks, but I always carry chunks of metal in different sizes. And this ended up being 2.5 inch right here. So I'm gonna put this underneath that pipe. Then that way I can cut this, and your cut will be nice and square, you know, on the pipe, because it's exactly running, you know, plumb, true, square, everything inside the saw there. So let me get these cut. And wear safety glasses. Don't be a dumbass. I got some earplugs in too, because this Evolution saw is pretty loud. Hey, I want to say thanks too, Ron. Ron and Spencer for coming over here yesterday. That was cool, hanging out with you guys. Thanks for the safety glasses too. Putting this thing at its max. So that's putting that saw right at the max. So like right now, you could do 5-inch, and I got a 5.5-inch piece of pipe in here. So I'm gonna have to turn it a little bit and recut it because it's at the max right now. So it's not letting the saw go all the way down. So no big deal. Spin it one more time and cut it one more time, and then that'll be cut. So, but at least when I'm done cutting this, it'll be nice, clean cut. And I like the Evolution saw. When you're done cutting, it's like smooth. It's like taking a reamer and cleaning it up. You can touch it and it's not hot. And also it's nice and smooth, you know, where the cut is. So I gotta let you guys know how this stuff all got started. I was talking to Matt Stewart, and we were texting back and forth and whatever, and I was like, he was saying something, I can't remember how the conversation goes, but he was saying something like he's getting ready to do a pipe anvil, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because that's what I'm building. I'm trying to get all the stuff collected, and I'm like, it's a race or whatever. So he was telling me he's building one, a pipe anvil, and then I was like, oh, it's on. And then it was really funny because I was texting Ralphie's Customs. He's in the UK. If you guys haven't checked his YouTube channel out, go check it out. The guy's awesome. Does some amazing fabrication on custom motorcycles. But it was kind of comical because I was texting Ralphie, and we've been talking the last couple of days or whatever. And when I was texting him, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna build a pipe anvil in the morning. I'm trying to get all the stuff together. He's like, what? I mean, you could, because it was through Voxer, so you could kind of, when people are talking or whatever back and forth, you could, you know, tell their expressions and everything, but this was just a text. But he's like, what? And I won't say the rest of the conversation that we had, but he says, he thought I was messing with him because I was doing a pipe anvil, and that's what he's getting ready to do too. So you got Matt Stewart and me and Ralphie's Customs all doing a pipe anvil all in like the same day. You know, everybody's getting the stuff together to get one built. So it just kind of cracked me up. So long story short, I got this stuff that I'm grinding right here. I got my mask, so I don't poison myself or whatever, but I'll go ahead and spin the camera around over here a little bit so you guys can watch what I'm doing. I don't know how much I'll be able to get today. I might have to do a part 1, part 2 kind of thing, but we'll see what happens. feather that out a little bit because it had that weld. That pipe is welded right here, welded together. But you know, there was some other stuff I could have used, but since I'm building this out of junk, this piece of pipe would never be used for anything else. I figured, hey, it'd be nice to use it for something. But I'll go ahead and get the rest of this ground down real quick. All right, so the next step, I ground about 6 inches or so on the ends here, 5 or 6 inches, just so I have plenty of spots to weld to, because the legs are gonna go here also. You wanna lay this on a flat table, and you can put, you know, the medium size over here or this small one over here. It doesn't matter, that's whatever you guys prefer. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jam a 1/2 inch washer in here, 1/2 inch washer in here. And what that does is that gives you the space, here, actually I'll do it here because you can see a little bit better. It gives you the 1/8 inch or whatever it is, where the pipes are pushed away from each other, where you can put the metal in and bend it. And you can bend it all the way around this one, or bend it around this one, or you can bend it around all three. It doesn't matter, whatever you're building. So the next step is I'll go ahead and get the washers jammed in there and get them welded up. Welding some crappy stuff, so you want to make sure you wear a mask so you don't get sick. All right, I got this all welded up where it's got a nice strong weld in there. And then I, welded it here and then on each corner, and then I flipped it and did the same thing underneath. So this is actually gonna be the top of your pipe anvil here. I already checked, there's plenty of room to stick a piece of metal in there and bend it, So that'll work out good. So what I did now is I got it flipped over so that this is the bottom here, and I have it, I got it all level to the table, and I already put the level on the table so I know it's level. But here's another use for those 1, 2, 3 blocks. You put a block in there and you just put a shim on top of it. That way when you have something like this that's kind of a pain in the ass to level up. And then here's another block here, another block there, and then on this corner I have another 1, 2, 3 block right here with a shim on top of it. So this is nice and sturdy, and I can go ahead and get the legs put on here. I'll get them stood up, get them plumb, and then get them welded on. All right, so I got that all welded up, as you can see. Got the legs put on it. And that was a quick down and dirty leg setup because I actually have another leg setup that I want to do to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and build, I might build like a cross brace and a couple gussets just so it's not moving around. It doesn't shake at all, but I don't want it rocking on the concrete or nothing, so I might even put some adjusters, you know, some leg adjusters so I can shoot it down, you know, screw them down and so I can screw those down and lift the whole setup up so it's, you know, you can level it if you're working somewhere where it's, you know, shaking around a little bit or something on the concrete, because the concrete in the shop is not super crazy level, plumb, true, whatever you want to call it. But I'll go from there. All right, well, I'm gonna call that done. I got the legs on it and everything, and put myself a hammer holder right here. So I'm always needing a hammer on this, and I put a spot here where you can bend, you know, the round rod, 1/4 inch round rod. And I always need a Sharpie, so I put a spot for the Sharpie. It's easy enough to put the tape measure on here, wherever. Just hook it on one of these pipes, you know. And then I also had some 3/4 inch rod. So what I did is I took 2 of those. I had them 2 slugs that were cut at like 2 inch. And I welded those here so that you have a spot to run flat strap through there. Blasted out some quick gussets and dimple dyed those. That's really just for design because it's just sheet metal. I thought this was pretty cool having the Sharpie on there. It makes it nice. So I have a 1/4 inch round rod. And yeah, this is 1/4 inch. I use a lot of 1/4 inch and 5/16 and 3/8 round rods. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to build this also. That way I don't have to bend the corner of my welding table. I'm always prying and, you know, drilling holes in my table instead of doing that. Now I just have a spot right here where I had this lip on the bottom of the, let me get this a little bit closer so you can see. Sorry about the crappy camera work. So you can use the lip of the bottom of the pipe here and get, you know, 90s or whatever you need on that pipe. And then you also have a spot where this hole here, it's easy enough where when you want to shape something, you know, you could get nice rounded shapes here with that. And then on the other side, where I put this these 2 round rods, these are solid shaft. I made it where you could just quickly bend something. And this wasn't my idea doing this. This was Matt Stewart's idea. I thought that was pretty trick, so I had to do that. And, you know, you could do all kinds of different shapes with with flat strap or round rod or whatever. Or if you want to straighten something back out, quickly bend it back. I know that's not always straight, but you get the drift. And then on this here, I'll go like this so you guys can see. Man, messed up camera work. So these slots that are in this, you have them here and here. You could go over the medium pipe, the big fat 5.5-inch pipe, or the 2-inch pipe. And you just stick a piece of sheet metal in there, and you could quickly bend like that. Or straighten, you know, like if you have a piece you want to bring back, just go up a little bit. And I'm just using this as an example. This is just a beat up old piece of metal that I had. But the reason I made this is you can make transmission tunnels by doing cross lines like this, and then come over 2-inch, and then another one down to 0, come over 2-inch, down to 0. And what I'm talking about is by using this whole piece right here and having your lines marked out, you know, you can do a whole length piece of metal by hand without having a high dollar metal brake or whatever. And this idea is actually, let me flip this camera, hold on a second. This idea is actually a Gene Winfield's idea. This is a tool that he made in his shop. And I just copied the idea. And if you look all over the internet, you've got Matt Stewart, you've got Fritzy's, you've got a bunch of guys that do this idea. And it's, if you look up Gene Winfield pipe anvil. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the project. It was fun. And I got to get out of here. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do. So anyways, I'm going to cut this video short. Thanks for watching. Later.